Hello everyone, I am Chaos Wolf, or you can just call me Wolf for short, and this is Turok 3 Shadow of Oblivion. Many of the Turok fans thought would never happen, because this came out back in 2000, and Night Dive finally remastered it for the modern era, and that's what we're going to be running today. So let's go ahead and get started here. Go new game and select our character. And then just skip this cutscene. Timing begins when we confirm our character. And 3, 2, 1, go.
I'll go.
Alright, first scene, we skip right there. Then we head to the elevator. Now, movement in this game is we strafe run, where we hold forward and one of our side buttons, and that is our fastest form of movement. And it's still consistent in the remasters. It doesn't have normalized movement. So our first task is to watch auto aim fail miserably at hitting the doggo, and then collecting the boiler key. I'm gonna head through these tunnels here, and we're gonna meet up with an NPC called Otto. And we're gonna
Don't hurt me.
show off our knife fighting skills as we politely
Follow me.
ask how we get out of here, even though it's directly in front of our faces.
Hurry, we can get up to the street.
As soon as his legs dropped, we're clear to jump up. And we're gonna head off into one of the branching paths. Joseph takes the crawl space here. Danielle takes the path over the fence. So the differences between the characters is that, as I mentioned, they have different paths. Joseph is the faster of the two story characters, but he's very short and cannot jump very high. In fact, you'll see me use a setup for a skip that all the other characters can use, but Joseph struggles with it. Alright, after waiting on this elevator, you can pass right through, jump across to the stairwell here. We're about to pick up the thermal vision goggles, but Joseph is only 15 years old and he's therefore dumb and doesn't know the difference between thermal vision and night vision. You just gotta wait for the little man. Oh, the guy rappelled back up. That's actually really rare. I was hoping to see that. Alright. So with that in hand, we're going to enter this area and go through the sewers and this broken open wall where the shitter used to be. Alright, the enemy in here, we want to take a wide berth around. If we kill him, just more of them will spawn. And he hit me for pretty high damage, so I'm gonna pick up some heals just for safety. The range on how much damage they could do varies quite a lot, so just for marathon safety, I'm gonna pick this stuff up. Poor guy should have stayed inside of his mech where it was safer. We're fine. All right, grabbing the shotgun. Now we're about to do a sequence break here. Normally requires us to go, there we go, underground and through some crawl spaces, but with some careful platform we can make it. This next part I need to focus. Because there's a setup and I've got to pay attention to what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. First try. Now with that, I can now one cycle the train. I don't have to wait for it. We move through here and we jump up on the invisible platform. There we go. Skip that cutscene. shutting the train off, skipping the cutscene. We're now going to head back to where the level began. But there was a sky bridge that breaks and you can't cross, so we have to take this whole path around. Now, the first boss is the Oblivion gunship.
Finally got back to the breach. Now to get up there and stop Oblivion.
It's heavily armored up front, so we want to aim for the tentacles for maximum damage.
Power them up.
Up the elevator, or up the ladder, and then onto the elevator. And we want to go through those doors up there at the top right away. If you stay on it, it will crush you. And just for safety, I'm gonna grab these. All right. Skip that, and start firing away at the tentacle. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, military base. Military base does not have a whole lot going for it with speed tech, mainly just optimized movement. It does have these very annoying enemies that you know, are very common in this level. They're heavily armored in the chest, but single shot with the shotgun usually, or in the legs with the shotgun usually takes them out. What?
All security forces, full red alert.
They're really obnoxious to deal with because they I mean, anything with hit scan is going to be annoying to deal with. Alright, now we're just going to head outside. Getting a little ladder boost off of there. You just jump off of the ladder and it will send you backwards. I think I just got nailed with 2 grenades there. Alright, that's fine. There's health right here. Now we're gonna lower the lift. And this will trigger a cutscene here with this guy, basically telling us someone's activated a self-destruct sequence, so we gotta go around and do each of the silos and turn them off. Since we're on easy mode, we have more than enough time.
Unauthorized personnel detected.
Alright. The last two or the last 3 I should say, are all in here. I need to change my direction because I want to kill that guy. Alright, silo 2.
The warhead has been disarmed.
And the last 2 are going to be right next to each other. Same control room. But it's not over after that. There's still the control room where we have to...
The warhead has been disarmed.
Finally disable the self-destruct.
All of our work destroyed.
Self-destruct sequence deactivated.
Alright, now I'm gonna jump down and collect the storm bow, which is gonna be Joseph's best weapon. It's does very high damage and it's very accurate. Has a good fire rate, 40 ammo. Let's skip this cutscene. And you can retrieve the bows after use, so it's our best weapon. Or not the bows, the arrows. Excuse me. It's very early for me and I can't word properly. Alright, just for safety, grabbing that stuff. As well as this right here. Take this path around the cargo containers, and we're gonna slip in through here and grab the key card. Because I have the thermal vision goggles, we can't really make out what these things are. They're kind of, I don't know, humanoid fish kind of things, and they have this attack that even on easy mode will just tank your health. heading through to the vent here. Oh, this is probably the one spot where it actually has normalized movement. So strafing doesn't really increase your speed. You can just go hit it straight. And then eventually we'll come out in a hole. Alright, and already we're coming up on the second boss for this chapter. Just gonna wait on the elevator, and the switch is gonna be directly to our left as we go in. And we just have these two soldiers blocking us. I'm gonna ready up Stormbow for the Zephyus, which happens to be the genus name for the swordfish. I don't know, this thing does not resemble a swordfish at all. He is more like a heavily armored crab. He can only take damage in the eye. And I don't think he's gonna troll us this time. There we go. Okay, usually he can submerge. But he'll, once you drop him low enough, he'll like Beyblade spin around and you drop the submarine on him. He didn't troll us this time by submerging. Okay, skip that cutscene. Now we're at the Lost Land. Lost Land has probably the biggest skip of the whole speedrun. There's a dam area that we go to, and usually you're supposed to collect some fuses and turn on a generator, but we can skip through it and raise the water level without having to do any of that. The silenced pistol I just picked up is a nice alternative whenever we want to conserve ammo for our Stormbow. We got these two enemies. That gate is blocked off until the Mummite, the big gorilla thing right here, is taken out. There's the other one down. Second crystal achieved, and I'll drop that in. Now back to my silenced pistol, because I'm gonna use it here for clearing the way. Oh, this is where our sequence break is gonna be. Clear out all of these because they will follow us. I'm gonna shoot that guy and look down. This isn't to save frames like GoldenEye speedrunning. This is to ensure that this guy. Are you kidding me? This is supposed to make the guy appear, because as long as we don't look at it. Okay, there he goes. You're late to work, sir.
I need to find the fuses to turn these generators on.
Now that health. And we're gonna lure this guy over. Just stand in this corner and let him hit us. And we're gonna maneuver him over to the window. And I'm gonna keep quiet here so I can focus. There we go. We'll be able to clip through the door with his help. Just like that, we're in the control room and we can raise the water. Normally when you're supposed to go down there and grab the fuses, but and then a cutscene plays where it shows that plane crashing, but instead of a cutscene, we see it fly over our head. Alrighty, we're coming up on the boss for this chapter. He's trying to get a ramp boost there, but that guy blocked me. Alright. So readying up the Stormbow, and we're gonna head off to the boss's arena here. We stand in the spot, we can totally cheese it. He cannot hit us from here. But this only works for the first two phases. Yeah, the idea is to trap him in the center here. Just gotta turn off all these tubes, and now he's gonna come out of his shell, and we actually have to dodge back and forth. Right. One more phase, and he'll be in the middle. And now he's gonna have more health, but it's the same strat. Just go back and forth, hit him with the Stormbow. Grab as many arrows as I can. And now we're off to chapter 4, which is gonna look very familiar, because it is a revisit to Turok Dinosaur Hunter's first level. It's right where you start out, but things are a little bit different now. I'm gonna go down into this crawl space. This next enemy coming up, I normally don't like to shoot him, but he will block you in that passageway. And it makes that guy spawn, but, you know, that's just something we live with. I'd rather get shot a few times than get blocked.
Beware, an intruder approaching.
Right. Gatekeeper down, grab that and the health. I'm gonna unlock this gate and pass right through it as soon as the collision clears. Then fall down with the raptor. Skip this cutscene and keep going, because the boulder will not does not have any collision with the player. So that guy dies, but we're fine. Alright, now I need to be careful with my health here, because there's some skips that we need to take a lot of damage. Like, we're gonna like jump across some lava and take a lot of fall damage. So I need to be topped off. Grab our Razor Wind, which is gonna be used for the boss fight, and I'll explain that, explain why later. Alright. Now for the final gatehouse, we have a mini boss here called the Warlord. Actually, you know what? For safety, I'm gonna grab this health. I'm gonna grab that. We shoot this guy here, which auto aim for some reason doesn't work on him. This guy, the Warlord, pops out, does his best Gandalf impression. Grab that health and then lure him over here, pop him once, drop him off to his death. Right. He drops an ultra health, putting us at 198, which is perfect. Take this path around because swimming is faster than running. Okay, and now this trick I'm only going to attempt once. We have a good setup for it, but let's see. There we go. I just barely made that. The idea is that you want to go with the momentum. You don't want to stop, and that'll carry you over across the gap. Grab the scepter. Head underneath. And then we want to go up and hug the pyramid here, because the platform sticks out just barely enough to get around. And then we head up. And this is faster than waiting on the stairs to lower. So we collected the gem of ice. We need the gem of fire. And we gotta head through and fight the next boss for this chapter. But first, we're gonna do a skip here. The first involving clever use of the air tunnels. And we can head off to the side, hold back, and jump, and that'll get us onto this ledge sticking out. And now we are going to drop down and into the, I believe the area is called Burning Passage. And we're gonna like hop across the lava here. We have enough health to tank through it. There we go. But that lava suspiciously sounds like water, so it's probably just a really hot soup, spicy soup. I have my doubts that that's lava. And here we are, the path leading to the next boss. And I'm gonna take this path to avoid taking some fall damage. As soon as I take this guy out, so let me explain how the razor wind works in this. We want to throw it past the boss because it actually does more damage on the return, and it doesn't care about what it passes through. Didn't get the one cycle. There we go. If I were to throw it at him directly, it would come right back to my hand and does less damage. So throw it past him and it comes back, and it has more frames whenever as it does damage that way. This next skip, I'm only gonna attempt it once. It is very hard for Joseph because he can't jump very high, but we'll give it a shot. This is a marathon. I didn't get it. The idea is that you jump through it, and that starts the elevator up instantly. But Joseph struggles with it. Right, now we have both of our gems. We can drop them into the slots. We just wait for the bridge to ascend or descend. It's very crucial you wait until the message appears. Otherwise, you'll just fall right through the bridge there. Skip that cutscene. And just like that, we're already at the final chapter. This is probably my least favorite for any character. Aside from like the Raptor, because he actually has some good skips. Grab the napalm cannon for later. The final chapter has just so much running. There's really not a whole lot of skips. So again, kind of like military base, just optimizing your movement. Head up throw the switch to extend the bridge. We avoid shooting these guys because killing them just makes more enemies spawn in here. We want our path to be clear. Head behind the ladder. Now into the crawl space. This one, the crawl space is kind of weird. Like, you have to approach it at, like, change your angle when you're underneath, and it can be kind of hard to do it fast. Our goal here is to head up on top of the crates and through the window. Ignore that guy. I'm gonna ready up the cerebral board. This is gonna be like the one time that I use it in the run. Okay, time for the gauntlet. Now, this used to be the point where we would get up and, you know, have a little break. We could step away and use the bathroom. It's like a minute and 20 seconds. But they sped it up, and not only that, now the enemies off to the side are much more accurate. So I've got my sniper rifle ready, and this is why I have auto aim turned on, because it is actually pretty competent, and we can pick them off much faster than me zooming in and trying to score headshots. We want to take out the two closest and then just jump around to ignore these guys. But yeah, we used to be able to just sit still, and I'm like, I know it's a meme, but they have stormtrooper aim, or at least they used to. Now they can be dangerous. Okay, come on. Give me the headshots. There we go. Still gotta be careful here. Alright. And we'll grab the full health. I'm gonna pop that guy up there. You don't really need to shoot him, but he like always hits me on my way over. And here's another sequence break. We're gonna jump off the elevator onto this platform. I could have probably done that a lot sooner, but I was playing it safe. Alright, staging area. Let's see, can I get this guy? There we go. He always shoots me at the top of the ladder. And now we've unlocked the door. Take the ladder back up and jump off. May or may not take fall damage here. There we go. If I were to take fall damage, it would be like very minimal, like 2 points of health. I'm readying up my napalm launcher because I have a breakable wall to open up, which will take me back to staging area. Head through the door. Now, coming up is another one of the quick elevator strats. We'll see if we can get this one. So crouch down, and right as it touches our face, didn't get it. All right. Thankfully, the next one is pretty much free. Like, you'd be crazy not to go for the next one. It's very lenient. So we're gonna throw on our thermal vision again. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen when you do that, right? Essentially, the elevator bonks on your head, and you jump through it, and you're taken up instantly instead of waiting on it. Don't want to kill those guys because they'll just spawn more enemies for you. They'll get in your way and potentially do damage. Alright, now you jerk. Actually, I didn't need that because there's a full heal coming up right here. Time for Oblivion, which can be it can be a run killer. We skip the cutscene. He's gonna re-at us and punch us 3 times. Now we want to shoot his orb hand. I'll make him vulnerable. Deplete his health bar, and he's gonna recharge. You'll see the two bars at the top deplete as his life bar fills. And now the RNG part. He can do one of 2 attacks. Either he does the prayer hands or he does... Oh, hey, good RNG. Alright, another recharge. Yeah, he can either do prayer hands, which is good RNG, we can actually hurt him, or he can do clappy hands, where we cannot hurt him. Let's see what we get here. Clappy hands. And followed by prayer hands. Good RNG. Alright, that was a decent fight. But it's not over yet. The head crawls away and it goes to infect Joshua, the protagonist of Turok 2. Which, you may have been here last year when I ran that for RGL. Alright, now time for a nerve check. I'm gonna focus for this part. There we go, that's one of them down. Believe me, that's when you're on PB pace and you're and you're nervous, you can easily mess that up and just fail. You'll die and you'll restart at the checkpoint, lose a ton of time. It's not good. And you have 2 of them to do. Okay, got it. We're good. The run is pretty much over. I'm gonna swap back. Hey, look at that! We got the cop repelling back up into the helicopter, and we got the Oblivion spawn fall into his death. It's been a pretty good run. A lot of rare stuff. All right. So 2 headshots and Joshua's down. That'll be time when it fades to black. Skip the cutscene. And time. My timer's still going. Why didn't it stop?
The energy held within these satchels, the energy of creation, nearly destroyed you.
We'll have to get the final time of the VOD. This game does IGT, so 1 second here. We'll skip through all this.
Our decision.
So final time was a 33:04. Very close to a sub 33. But yeah, that's it. That's it for Turok 3 Shadow of Oblivion. Yeah, I want to thank Retro Gaming Live for having me again. I want to thank the Turok speedrun community. If you would like to learn any of the games, I run all 3 of the remasters. A very helpful community, very friendly, very inviting. We have all kinds of guides and helpful people there to get you set up. I want to thank Night Dive for letting me playtest the game for them. It's a very exciting prospect that I skipped the credits, but you know, you can see it for yourself. I'm listed in the credits. You know, it's just a huge honor for me. But that's it for me. Yeah, thank you for having me. If you want to follow me on Twitch, it's chaos_wolf, and I do mainly FPS speedruns, casual playthroughs. I also like you know, some casual action RPG stuff. Like I'm going through Elden Ring right now to prepare for the DLC. But I've talked long enough. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the event.